Hi, I'm Chris Cox. I'm the Chair of Department of Radiology here at Creighton University Medical School. If I had to summarize our department in 60 seconds or less, I'd focus on two primary areas. One, your best self, and two, community. Your best self is you as the individual. The beautiful diversity you bring, your gifts and talents, and capitalizing on that to elevate you to the highest level of achievement. Our success is found in a small residency program married to a large subspecialty radiology group. As far as community, our residency and practice is built on knowing each other and recognizing the value of each person. That also overflows into excellent patient care. A mid-sized city like Omaha lends itself well to this type of department structure and a collegial atmosphere. Our high rate of hiring Creighton Radiology Residency grads also reflects the excellent community that we create and the excellent radiologists that we've trained. I look forward to meeting you and perhaps one day inviting you to join our department.
Hello and welcome to Creighton Radiology. My name is Johanna Schubert. I'm the Radiology Residency Program Director. It is my pleasure to have you on the other side of the screen, although I do wish to get to know you in person. Creighton is the residency program where I trained and served as faculty for 8 years now. Therefore, the residents' well-being and success feels very personal to me. It is my goal that you feel like you can hit the ground running by the time you finish, whether you go into private practice or academic radiology. And it is also very important that you build lifelong friendships with your resident colleagues and the faculty while you are here. We are a very diverse residency program with trainees from different backgrounds and very different trajectories. But what binds us is our collegiality and the time we spend together at work and outside of work. If you look at the American College of Radiology Human Resources Workforce Survey, you see that approximately 23% of radiologists work in academics and the remainder practice in some sort of a private practice environment. If your medical school and your residency training provides you exposure only to the academic environment, you are missing out on the majority of the real world. Therefore, I believe that what we can provide, a university-based academic radiology residency program embedded in the region's largest private practice group, is the ideal training place. You get to experience private practice radiology without having to bear the workload of it, and you get to do small research projects, hone down your teaching skills, and become a mentor to medical students just like in any other academic center. I've worked with the core faculty for many years now. They are all experienced educators with vested interest in your success. They are fellowship trained in their subspecialty, take pride in their work, and serve in local and national radiology committees. They guided the residents' research endeavors and often remain mentors to our trainees years after graduation. We all like to make sure that the residents graduate with a strong knowledge base, partly because many of our trainees show interest in moving back and joining the group after fellowship. Our radiology group covers many hospitals and clinics in Omaha and the vicinity. However, the residents' primary responsibility is to cover the academic hospital, which is Bergen Mercy Medical Center. Almost all of your rotations will be at Bergen Mercy, except for the pediatric rotation at Children's Hospital of Omaha and the nuclear medicine rotation at West Omaha Imaging. There is also a neuroradiology elective rotation offered at Emmanuel Medical Center in the senior year. Bergen Mercy Medical Center has been completely rebuilt for the Creighton trainees in 2017, and hence you will get a chance to train in state-of-the-art facilities. Within the new infrastructure, there is a new MR scanner, CT scanner, IR suite, and most recently a biplane neurointerventional suite has been built. The reading area has been designed by our own Dr. Peterson, neuroradiologist extraordinaire, with glass walls and doors which create a welcoming environment for the clinical teams. Almost all reading rooms are on the same hallway, with the attendings and residents sitting across from each other, allowing for quick consultations and sharing of interesting cases. As I mentioned it earlier, the pediatric rotation is at Children's Hospital of Omaha. This is a large regional pediatric center where you will get to see all the rare syndromes that come up only in small letters in the textbooks. You can join the noon lectures via Zoom or drive back to the main campus in 5 minutes for in-person conferences when needed. Some of the faculty at Children's are Creighton graduates as well, such as the chairman, Dr. Travis Cruz, and Dr. Lincoln Wong. We are a small residency program with 12 residents, 3 in each year, no fellows, so practically this means that there is only 1 or 2 residents on each rotation. This allows for one-on-one training and exposure to complex cases from early on. The first 3 rotations are scheduled light so that you can learn the basics such as reading X-rays, ultrasound, and fluoroscopy. However, after the first 3 months, you will get to read all the complex cases, including CTAs and MRIs, just like the senior residents do, which I believe is a huge strength of our program. The average workday is from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. By 5 p.m. the latest, everyone is out of the building. The rotation schedule is fairly similar to what you see elsewhere. In the senior year, you get 3 months of electives, which residents typically spend in areas not covered by the fellowship. So for example, if you match into neuro fellowship, it is wise to do some extra musculoskeletal or body training so that you can offer more expertise to your future group.
So as a resident at the Creighton University Radiology Residency, you'll either be on a day shift or a call shift. The day shifts are from 7:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m., a 9-hour shift, Monday through Friday. But the call shifts start at 4:30 and go until 11 p.m. And then a separate resident takes over at 11 and will work until 7 or 7:30 a.m. And outside of that, the only other call shift is a weekend day shift where you work from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's a good place to stop and crop it. So here at Creighton, you have the opportunity to do additional moonlighting shifts. It's an optional thing that is available as an R3 or as an R4 resident. You basically function as a teleradiologist on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m., taking studies from several of our sister hospitals. They're prelim studies. The attending will sign off on those things in the morning. And because of the way it's structured, you don't need any external liability coverage. And I can tell you that it's very well compensated.
There is an attending on the work list with you until 11 p.m. who you can call with questions. They typically correct your reports within a few minutes, so the pressure is fairly low until then. However, after 11 p.m. till 7:30 a.m., you cover the academic hospital alone. This is a great strength of our program, as without this autonomy, it would not be possible to grow into a radiologist who is ready to function independently. The residents are required to participate in all academic activities of the department, including medical student teaching, ultrasound anatomy teaching in the medical school, resident presentations, QI meetings, journal club, and present at the interdisciplinary conferences. There are multiple radiology conferences each day. There is a daily noon lecture for the residents, which includes resident presentation and the monthly journal club. Our medical physicist provides weekly physics lectures, repeating the curriculum each year. This allows you to go through the physics training 3 times before you get to boards. GME provides statistics and research design training, which is a 2-day-long course each year, and we also sign up the residents to the RSNA Imaging Informatics online training course. The residents participate in many interdisciplinary conferences, including Tumor Board, GU, GI, Cardiac, Interstitial Lung Disease, and a weekly breast conference as well. When you start your training, you will receive an iPad from GME. Residents use this iPad to take red primer test questions between cases or look up complex pathologies on StatDX. The program supports your education with other financial means. Every resident has to participate in the AIRP Radiology Pathology Correlation course, which is fully funded by the program, including $3,000 for travel and housing in Washington, D.C. The program also supports your trip to a national meeting with $1,500 if you are the presenter of your research project. This has been enough incentive for residents to present at 2 to 3 national meetings during their training. Going to a physics review course is not going to be necessary, having our own medical physicist in-house, but the option is still out there for you. Residents receive 4 weeks of paid vacation, 1 research week, and 1 week educational leave, which you can spend on attending a conference or a board preparatory course. There is also 4 weeks of maternity or paternity leave offered. The most up-to-date salaries are posted on our website. In general, what you can take home from this is that the income is the highest in the Midwest and living expense is the lowest. Many of my residents explained the affordability of Omaha from their own personal angle, which videos you can find on our YouTube site. Each year you will receive a $500 book fund, although most radiology textbooks are available for you for free download via the medical school's library. The hospital-provided daily food allowance is usually enough to cover your lunch or your on-call dinner. Parking is free, which many interviewees tell me it's a big deal, as many hospitals charge their own residents a parking fee. There are many additional smaller benefits offered, such as cell phone discount through CHI, which is a few bucks a month. There is a fantastic gym in the hospital that is open 24/7 with changing rooms, showers, free weights, different cable machines, bike trainers, ellipticals, and treadmills. If you live close to the university, you can also use the 2 large gym facilities on campus for free as well. The Rasmussen Recreation Center is one of the university's facilities that you may wish to take advantage of. They have a 4,300 square foot weight and cardio room, a 2-lane suspended running track, and more. What speaks the most for the training quality of our program is, I think, our residents' fellowship placement and the positive feedback we receive from those programs. On our website you can find where our graduates matched for fellowship and started their career, so I will just showcase the past few years here. Just a few words about Omaha. I lived in New York City on the Upper East Side for 6 years before I moved here 13 years ago. So I would like to answer the questions for you that I had at that time. If you watch our program's YouTube videos, you will find more detailed answers about living in Omaha or starting a family here from the resident's perspective. Although Wikipedia will tell you that the population of Omaha is over 400,000, truly the metro area is closer to 1 million. They used to call Omaha a 20-minute city. Nowadays it is more like a 30-minute city, meaning you can reach any place in town within 30 minutes, regardless where you choose to live. Housing is very affordable, hence most residents buy a house for the 4 years instead of renting. Just to give you a comparison, while you would spend the majority of your resident income on renting a small apartment in New York or Chicago, the monthly mortgage of a 3-bedroom house can be under $1,600 in Omaha. Many large companies have their headquarters in Omaha, which tends to make it easy for significant others to find a job as well. And you know what? What the heck, Warren Buffett lives here. We have a relatively small airport with direct flights to most large cities in the country. You can reach the airport in approximately 20 minutes from the hospital, so technically you can leave work on a Friday afternoon and be home for dinner on a Friday night. As a foodie and cook, I was pleased to find many gourmet food stores, like fish markets, oil and vinegar stores, and most importantly, year-round farmers markets in town. You can get to know the farmer who makes your cheese and delivers your veggies if you care to, and the local cheese is really high quality and beats some of the cheese that I had in France.
Omaha actually has a pretty decent spectator sports scene, which might come as a surprise. The College World Series is hosted here annually, offers a ton of entertainment. For a couple of weeks, downtown is kind of in a frenzy with nightly concerts and pretty much all the college baseball that you can imagine. Tickets are pretty cheap. I went to several games for less than $10, and that includes a championship one year, so it's a lot of fun. Most big names in music actually tour through Omaha. I think they probably stop here as they're traveling across the country. I checked. Next year, the upcoming list includes a few names like Billie Eilish, Blake Shelton, Dan and Shay, and the Lumineers, just to name a few that are coming through town. Creighton sports are a blast as well. Whether or not you're into basketball or soccer, the GME usually provides tickets to both of these sporting events, and usually one per year, where they'll host a catered event at a basketball game, and they offer tickets to residents and they can bring their family and friends, and we usually have a pretty good time with that as well.
In Omaha, there's a bunch of different districts where you can go out and experience different things depending on what you're in the mood for. So there's the old market, where you can go if you're looking for something kind of fancy, or something a little bit more upscale, or if you're looking to go out in some of these newer districts like Blackstone or Little Bohemia, there's new bars popping up all the time, and they're really expanding just their reach in terms of things to do for nightlife in Omaha. There's also tons of breweries and distilleries. I think I can count 15 breweries or distilleries just in the Omaha metro. Great selection. I mean, I've been multiple places in the United States, and very few people come close to the quality of beer you can get in Omaha. And then if you're into outdoors activities, bike trails are a huge thing in Omaha. There's approximately 60 bike trails that encompass almost 400 miles throughout the city, or in the kind of countryside outside the city limits as well.
You must have heard of the Omaha Zoo, which is the second largest in the country and takes many days to go through. This is also a great place to visit during the winter time, with all the indoor spaces such as the Desert Dome, the Butterfly House, and the jungle. As an outdoors person, parks were the first thing I looked up in the vicinity when I moved here. Obviously, we do not have big mountain ranges and large forested areas. However, there are many parks to visit, like the DeSoto Wildlife Refuge, that is a major stopover for migratory birds and is also inhabited by bald eagles, blue herons, pelicans, and turkeys. There are also a handful of large parks and fishing lakes around. There are innumerable golf courses, 2 frisbee golf courses, and endless options for cycling. I hope that this short video was able to answer most of your questions. If you have any questions left, feel free to email me or check out our Facebook site and our YouTube site as well. See you live via Zoom.